Hi everyone, my name is Claire Stabile and welcome to my 6th book critique. For my last theme, I wanted to pick a topic that was dear and close to my heart, and that is family. So for my featured text, I have Jazz Baby, author Lisa Wheeler, reading level preschool through 3rd grade, Theodore Seuss Giesel Award, and it is a picture book. So for this book, it's a very fun story. Basically, it has different rhythms, songs, and it ties into family very well, as it's about a family that celebrates and dances to the genre of music of jazz. And they have a baby. It's the youngest member of the family, and it's a very colorful, lots of different lesson plans or subjects that I can talk about. And you could do art. You can have them draw what they feel when they listen to the music. You can do a music lesson. You can do a science lesson where they can talk about the science behind the music. You can do a lot. So my first lesson plan is actually a 1st grade music lesson plan. I found the Ohio Learning Standards in Fine Arts for Music, and they are actually fairly new, very recent, as I took this standard from April 2020 draft. I actually have this linked in my resources as well. So as the students get ready to read, I would introduce the concept and vocabulary by asking open-ended questions to them. And these would be some of the questions I would ask. How do people make music? What are some instruments people use to make music? What kinds of music do you like? Do you like to dance to music? And what kinds of music have you danced to? And as a class discussion, I would have the students connect their own past experiences to the story and relate it to any live music performances they've been to. So maybe who made the music, what instruments did they use, did people dance? And after this, I would have them work in small groups and reread the story. And as one group reads, I would have the other group clap hands or snap or dance or sing, just to have them interact and collaborate. And once this is done, they are somewhat familiar with instruments. I would have them create their own at home. I actually found this activity on the Dallas Symphony Orchestra website that allows the students to pick their own instrument. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. It's a very cool website. So here it is, make your own instrument. So for example, build your own xylophone, and they have a lot of cool things, what you need, what you do. So I would have the students do this at home with their parents and then share with the class the next day. So then for my second lesson plan, I would do a 2nd grade math lesson plan following the Common Core math standard. Generate measurement data by measuring lengths of several objects to the nearest whole unit, or by making repeated measurements of the same object. So to start off, I would have the students read the first few pages independently and at their own pace. I would check for understanding by asking them to tell me how the story begins or how it's different from most stories we have been reading, and then direct them to continue reading. I would also have a class discussion, introduce some musical terms, so such as, let's see, solo, duet, trio, quartet, quintet, so etc., things like that. And I would show different groups of objects or shapes to represent the number of the musical terms. So I would also have them make an anchor chart on storyboard that list words for musical groups and have other terms to allow them to understand it better. So I went ahead on storyboard and I made this little anchor chart. So for the I just did one column right here. So for example, solo, another word would be one, singular, or no more than one. So I just did terms that would help the students relate to what solo or duet really does mean. So moving on, I have Between Us and Abuela. This is such a sweet story that not only touches family but also diversity. It's about this little girl named Maria who has a brother named Juan. Their family has not seen their abuela in 5 years because she's on the other side of the border. So one day they go and visit her for a special celebration, and they made her gifts, and they give them through a fence. So basically this depicts that a family is still a family no matter what side of the border they are on. Such a sweet story. Next one is Love in the Rocking Chair. It's about a rocking chair that's been passed down as each family had a significance to that specific rocking chair. It also depicts an interracial couple as well and shows what true love is. So very cool for students to see. Next one is Mango, Abuela, and Me. It's another very sweet story about a grandchild and her relationship with her grandma. A little girl named Mia has an abuela who lives with her parents, and Mia speaks only English, and her abuela only speaks Spanish. So it's a cute story about them teaching and learning each other's language while also strengthening their relationship. The next one is Around the Table that Granddad built. It's a picture book that a huge family gather around the table that the granddad built to eat, and there's lots of food. It depicts a wonderful family gathering and also shows the diversity of each family member. It's a very happy book and would be very fun to incorporate into the classroom. Here are my resources, and I hope you enjoy my last book critique.